Morning. It is 4 o'clock in the morning. We are off to South Carolina.
Well, we made it to Santee just in time for whatever kind of sunrise we get. It's freezing cold here, and we're just waiting on Mandy and Phil to join us, and then we're going to go off hunting for birds. So we've gone a bit further down the road, and this is a much better scene. The wind is blocked by the trees, we've got a little sun on us. Once we get the scope on all these birds out here on the water, there's a lot going on. There's some swans, lots of ducks. From this oh, look at all these. There is a lot of action. So right here is a big wide open space with lots of ducks.
Shovelers?
Shovelers, thank you.
Shovelers, gadwall, pintail, it's all here.
But those green-winged teal are the sort of big guys today. They keep flying up, and when you see those green flashes on the wings,
yeah,
it's quite nice.
And we're being invaded by robins.
Yes, look at the robins. Perhaps being masterminded by those birds that were here earlier, the chickadees.
Dun dun dun. I think the robins are acting of their own volition.
Maybe it's an all-out war. Chickadee on robin.
Could be. Because you know what? There's no chickadees here right now. They've been scared away.
Anyone want to see the Wigeon?
I would love to see a Wigeon.
There's a couple out there.
Don't do it. Okay, they didn't do it. I thought they were going to land in the giant cluster of like 1,000 ducks.
Wigeons.
That sounds like a great album title.
Cluster of 1,000 ducks. It really does.
Sorry, yeah, what are you looking for your Wigeon to, like if you see them from a distance, to sort of distinguish them?
Well, they're kind of larger than some of the other ducks that we'd see out here. Like, teal are actually pretty small. So if you have a teal and a Wigeon together, the Wigeon's obviously bigger. Wigeons have green heads and a white dash down the front of their
Oh,
head.
they're the ones with that sort of stripe thing down the front.
So
yeah,
that's probably the easiest way to tell the Wigeon from other ducks, especially other green-headed ducks.
Okay.
Sounds like a dinosaur around Jurassic Park.
Can I look at the eagles?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Are they in concert today? Because that would be neat.
What would you say their life is like, Phil?
What's bad is that I know he's trying to set me up for something, but I can't think what it is. An open highway.
What would you, if they were driving, what sort of lane do you reckon they'd be in?
Well, if they're responsible people, they'd be staying in the right-hand lane unless they were overtaking. And I'm sure that as freedom birds, they behave appropriately and within the boundaries of the law.
What about if they needed lodging in Western America? Where do you reckon they might stay?
Well, I mean, there's any number of large chains now that will be able to offer them reward programs and such. So it seems likely that if they're doing some vacationing around the place, they might try and stick with one chain to try and build up those points and earn free stays.
That's the only two eagle songs I know. So when you're looking at Wigeon, the thing you want to look for to distinguish them is the white stripe down the front of their head.
Chickadees.
What?
Do you not hear them?
Oh.
Laughing at us from the trees.
And notice who's left?
I know, I said the robins have gone and the chickadees are here. Keep your hand at the level of your eye so you can swat them away when they try and peck your eyes out.
Oh, actually, they don't go for eye level, they go for groin level. This would be another example of a bird that is, at first glance, quite plain. But you should really look up close like you're about to now.
They kind of have a rufous tail. The thrushes here in North America, there's a lot of similar species, and a lot of differentiating factors comes down to the color of the spots, how far the spots go down their bellies. Thankfully, at this time of year, in this kind of place, hermit thrush is pretty much going to be it.
And why do they pump their tails, anybody?
It's to draw water out of the ground through their feet.
Nice.
That's why they're usually standing still when they do that. They pump and just, just like an old-fashioned pump. That's what we based it on.
If you're lucky enough to get close to one, you can pump it in the other direction. It actually comes out of its mouth, and you can fill up a mug.
Hey, look!
It's an urn root.
Leaves are the wings of the plants.
You weirdo.
Has anybody else noticed that the robins are following us?
Are they following us or are they herding us?
Maybe the chickadees have always been on our side.
I think we're being herded.
It's a frenzy.
Is that a jay?
Yeah.
Pine warbler's still flitting about.
I want the gold crown.
Black and white warbler. We've hit one of those little pockets of woodland where the birds just all suddenly pop out.
They you get a mixed flock where they all move together.
The chickadees herald them in.
Yes, usually the chickadee is a good sign that you're about to hit one of these flocks. Oh, we've also had the gold crown kinglet, which was a nice addition, because we're not thinking we're going to get many of those down in Jacksonville, so it's good to get it for the year, along with the creeper.
But we got rid of him, we called the police.
Yeah. And now we're going to move on to the boardwalk and hopefully go find some cranes. Man, he just gave us the evilest look.
Well, that was the boardwalk. Oh, hello, there's something closer. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, he's actually through the reeds. Let's see.
Your yellow legs.
Yellow legs?
Neat.
Can you estimate whether it's great or not?
I'm gonna wait for him to move into a
Does he
bed.
have any like ribbons on him to indicate his superiority?
Oh, okay, there's. Oh, I think they're both here, actually.
I see the one with the slightly upturned beak. What's that, the greater, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Wait, is that the yellow?
That's the yellow legs. Yeah. Don't try this at home. Mainly because you won't have this set up exactly as we do. So you've got, the boardwalk and such. If you've got a boardwalk at home, I suppose you could try it.
It's not often the first bird I think of when I'm doing favourite birds of prey, but I mean, what's not to love about harriers?
Yeah.
They've got the size, they've got the agility,
Got the white butt.
they've got a white butt. What a resplendent white rump. Oh, and there's a bird.
What I think is really interesting is how rarely it feels like you see the adult male. I would say maybe 9 times out of 10 I see either the female or an immature, and I don't see the
Do you know what that
adult
reminds
male.
me of?
No.
Red studs.
Oh, he's right above.
Oh, I think I hear them. Are they the ones going?
That's the one.
Oh, I see them. Oh, there's a whole ton of them.
Oh my goodness, yes.
It is crane-tastic over there. I'm not saying we're going to give the people the footage they wanted, but Phil, tell us about sandhill cranes.
So, sandhill cranes are large birds. Kind of looks like a great blue heron on steroids. Very tall, grey, very long neck. Here's some we shot earlier.
Oh, do we have some crane? Do you have some crane footage?
Yeah.
We have some brief crane footage from Sweetwater.
Sometimes you don't always get the view of birds that you would hope, but you've still seen them.
So, Rich, where are we?
We're on Kudo Unit Wildlife Drive.
Kudo.
No,
Really think you mean Kudo. This is a.
it's a wildlife drive.
It's a wildlife drive. It's going to be. I think it said 7.5 miles of driving trails.
Yes. Are we doing a separate checklist?
Yes, for each of the different units, because they're so far apart.
They're very far apart.
We should say it was 15 miles from the first place to here, so it's a significant distance. It sounded like you did.
I've got a leaf flying in, and it's landed.
Good stuff, man.
I mean,
We just found a very heavily armoured log over on the left-hand side, which it turns out was actually an alligator. Rich, I believe you've been brushing up on your information on alligators for just such an occasion.
I've actually been brushing up on some alligators, which is very dangerous. Oh, there he is. Look at his little evil eye.
So tell us about them.
Alligators live up to 300 years, and that's why they don't move a whole lot. In their time, they're actually moving pretty quickly, but in our time, it looks so slow. It's much like trees, because trees actually move quite a bit, but they live so long that you don't see it. And their eggs come out their egg hole. You know, they're pretty big.
How big exactly? What colour?
They're, you know, a football.
Which kind? American or soccer football?
Like a soccer football.
I do.
They're exactly like that.
Now, just to confirm, is that a standard number 5 size football?
I mean, it depends on the breed of alligator, because you get different kinds.
Oh, really? How many different kinds are there?
15.
No, is that just here in South Carolina, or is that across the country?
Worldwide, don't be silly.
Okay. Sorry.
And the way you can tell them apart from crocodiles is whether you are going to see them in a while or if you're going to see them later.
I can't believe you used that joke.
Big bird up ahead. I don't mean big bird off Sesame Street.
That would have been shocking.
Dingle.
Dingle.
That's where we are.
Dingle Pond. Let's go.
Let's adventure in.
Got another observation tower.
No.
Hoping to observe some ducks.
Dingle Pond. Didn't come up so good.
We've seen nothing.
One.
Thoughts on Dingle?
Lives up to its name.
I don't think it does live up to its name. I think a place called Dingle should give us something special. And, well, it didn't.
Here we are at the end of the day.
Back where we started, at the Bluff unit.
I'd say this is the main
Yeah, it's probably like the primary place when you say you go into Santee. This is probably where most people think of.
Certainly that's where we've had most success.
And much like this morning, it's quite cold.
And ducky.
Very ducky. All the ducks that were here this morning are here this evening.
We've counted them.
And you can see the raccoon tracks down here in the mud.
Yeah, you see, they've got quite big footprints.
These ones right here.
Oh, that one?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was weird. I wasn't sure why they'd be wearing shoes.
Yeah, they don't usually. So that's been our trip to Santee National Wildlife Refuge.
Yeah.
We very much hope you've enjoyed it.
Yeah, we do.
So bird of the day.
Bird of the day.
Bird.
Of the day.
Gave it some thought, and we gave it to the bird that was there the most today, didn't we?
We're a winner.
Green-winged teal.
Oh, there were just thousands of them, I think.
A good
Yeah.
bird.
They're a big bird from the on the water, but like when they get in flight, that green on the whole flock of them.
They're classy AF.
Phew. And that was our.
They're classy as duck.
I mean, it was great filming you guys watching the green teal. I never saw
I thought
it.
you were getting ready.
Actually,
Could have.
it's not called a green teal, it's called a green winged teal. If I was looking for a green teal, I'd be out of luck. Next. Purple swan. That was a bird of the day.
Bird of the day.
Bird.
Of the day.
And, well, we'll see you next time we're out adventuring.
We'll see you on the birding adventure of life.
It's a bit intense.
I figure we need a good outro catchphrase.
Oh, that's not it.